This is so awesome that you guys are supporting so many businesses around here. I love listening to you guys. Every other week you have someone new on. I learn something new about our town, about the businesses, and just our culture in general. So you guys are doing an amazing job keeping us informed. Thank you.
All right, you ready?
I'm ready.
And now it's time for everybody's favorite podcast, Meet Us on Main Street with Tia and Stacy.
Hello and welcome to this month's edition of Chamber Chatter, Dunedin Chamber of Commerce's podcast all about what's going on in the Dunedin Chamber of Commerce and talking to chamber members. On this month's episode, we have Ryan Raddatz from Our Grant Hair to join us. Welcome, Ryan. How are you today?
I'm doing very good. Thank you for having me. I've been excited to come on.
Good.
Yeah,
We're
we've
so
had this
happy that
planned
you're here.
out. Yeah, we've had this planned out for a couple months now, so we've been looking forward to this one too. So
Yeah, good.
So tell us a little bit about your business.
I run a barber spa, an upscale gentleman's barber spa in Dunedin. I would say it's really an innovation in the area. And reason I say that is, there's a lot of barber shops around here and, respect to them, of course. But what I offer is quite different from virtually all barber shops out there. Very unique experience and one I hope to share more about with you guys. Mm-hmm. So the viewers can get an understanding of what they'll get here compared to what they might receive elsewhere. It's exciting stuff and a lot of things in the pipeline coming up.
Great. So what kind of services do you offer?
So, of course, like any other barber shop, we offer haircuts. I would say we're a bit of a cut above that, no pun intended. We do precision haircuts, but I also offer traditional, classically trained straight razor shaves, which are very popular. I'd say that's about half of the services that I do are classic straight razor shaves. I also specialize in beard detailing. So I get a lot of comments, when people go to other barber shops, they don't do it right. They chop too much off. They're not comfortable doing it. And so when people find me, they're quite excited because I specialize in beards. So aside from the haircuts, we do a couple different types of straight razor shaves. I was trained by the art of shaving, and in my opinion, they're the best at the art of shaving. And so I also offer men's facial waxing. So that includes ear waxing, brow waxing, and nose waxing, which to that I'll say a lot of guys, if they haven't done it yet, they're initially kind of scared about it. But once they try it, they ask for it every single time. I never have to bring it up again. One area why some, barbershops or salons don't feel comfortable doing it is because, they tend to go too far. They take out too much hair. And really, it's just targeting the perimeter where the unsightly hairs are, the ones that poke out. And when you clean that out, it almost feels like you can breathe cleaner and clearer. It looks a lot more kempt, especially for the business professionals, which are the majority of the people that I serve. Business professionals, owners, doctors, lawyers, things of that sort. And so it just cleans it up nicely. You can breathe clearer. You get less boogers in there and stuff. So. And it lasts way longer than tweezing does. And believe it or not, it's actually a lot less painful than tweezing.
I'm sure.
So yeah, it's fun stuff. And then I also offer facials. Some guys come in just to get a facial done. They're very relaxing. They're really rejuvenating to the skin. And then I also offer men's hair color. So that's like camo gray blending. And that's basically where we don't completely get rid of the gray. It produces more of a natural effect so that when you get it done, some of the gray is left, but it just makes it more pepper than salt, so to speak, for our salt and pepper guys, or even our strictly gray guys. And guys really like that because it's not obvious they get it colored. So when they see people in public, they know something's different. They look good, they look better, but it's not blaringly obvious. Like those guys that have stark white hair and pale skin, but they dye their hair solid black. This makes it a little bit more friendly to the eye. It grows out naturally. It's designed to fade, so you don't have that line of demarcation. So a lot of my guys really love that. And I'll be adding to services once I expand, which will be coming up shortly. Also be offering manicures and eventually pedicures. We'll also be doing ear candling to clean out the ears and some other services potentially on the way. So just stay tuned for that.
My boyfriend's dad goes and gets pedicures whenever like his mom gets them too. So he'll go with them and he loves them. Like that's one of his favorite things to do is like have someone to give him a pedicure. So it definitely will be
I
a
don't
need.
know why people think it's just a woman only thing. Like
Yeah.
everyone
It's
has feet.
fantastic.
Everyone needs their feet pampered.
Yeah, and massaged and scrubbed. Like it's such a nice experience. Like everyone needs that, like you said, especially guys.
When before I had it done, I didn't even know why I was against it. I just assumed that's what women do, just like you said. And I think now I can't project myself onto all guys, but I'm assuming a lot of them, are similar to me. And that I thought that they would paint my nails and that I have to get them painted. It wasn't an option. Like they tie you down and buff them and then paint them bright red. But once I went in and realized, no, that's not the case at all. It was relaxing. It was glorious. And I was like, I got to offer this service. And I found a lot of guys that get it done. They were the same way. They were against it at first. They got it done. And now they see the glory. And so, yeah, we'll be excited to offer that. And in addition, we'll also be offering paraffin hand wax treatments, which really soften the hands and condition them and all that fun stuff. So more to come.
Oh my gosh.
Nice.
Can we have this your exact spa but for women? Like all your like because yes, obviously we can go to our spas, but like everything you're offering is like what I would actually want. Whereas there's always like weird fancy stuff at a girl's one. Like I was like, I want to do all of those things. Like, I want my ears candle wax. Like I've always seen that. Like
he is gonna go in disguise as a man.
Yes, I know. So please don't question.
Like, is that magic marker on your face?
I know. I will. I'll draw a little mustache.
That's not a real beard that I can do a straight razor shave of, Tia. It's just magic marker.
No, I just need to get rid of the peach fuzz. It's like dermaplaning, but for girls. So that's awesome.
Well, the weird thing is once I started ramping up, rebranding because I'm changing the name of my barber shop. It's Barber Spa. It's a little bit more of an upscale place. Absolutely for everyone. It's not just for the businessmen, but it is a little bit more of an upscale place. And a very interesting thing happened once I kind of changed my marketing approach and started doing more Facebook. I changed some of my parameters. So it would primarily just target men, since it is a barber spa. The interesting thing that happened was I started getting a lot of women calling me and sending me emails. And, I would answer the phone a little bit surprised. And I kind of, before I could even say, this is a barbershop, and believe me, I don't turn down business. Anyone that wants to come in, man, woman, whoever, I will take them. I am trained in doing women's hair. For most of my career, I have done both, actually. I was trained with Sassoon and precision cutting. I was a cosmetology and barber instructor for a number of years. So I taught the, finer points of cutting both long and short hair. And actually, cutting women's hair played into being an even better barber because a lot of barbers, you'll find they can do really short hair, but they have no idea what to do on top. Anything over a half inch, and you have weight lines and chop lines. So because of my experience with longer hair, it allows me to connect the sides to the back and give precision throughout. But back to what my original point was, I tend to go off in tangents.
That's okay. So do we.
I've since my newest marketing campaign, which targeted men, I've had a large number of women calling me saying, hey, I want to try something different, try someone different. And before I can even mention I'm a barbershop, they say, hey, I know you're a barbershop, but I loved your reviews and I see you've done some women and my friends have talked to me about you, so I want to come in and give it a try. And so now I'm doing the facials and I'm doing the brow waxing and all that stuff with a lot of women as well.
Us women will take over anything that men have created. So don't you worry. You're gonna have a women's spa sooner or later now.
Yes, we'll have to change the name to Women's Barber Spa.
Yeah, exactly. Like, huh? Wait, what? That'll be super unique.
Head
and then,
scratcher.
Yeah, exactly.
So out of curiosity, going back to the straight razor shave, I always wonder how long does that last when men get it done?
A straight razor shave certainly does last longer than the typical shave at home, whether a guy's using an electric or using like a 3-blade or 5-blade Gillette razor, the standard Gillette razor at home. A straight razor, coupled with the technique that I use, gets it baby butt soft and smooth. And so that usually gives them up to 2 to 3 days of longevity out of it. Now, part of that depends on how fast their beard grows, how dark it is, because the
True.
darker the hair, it's going to show quicker, even if it's not growing faster. But if they have a facial hair that grows really quick and it's really dense and dark, they're going to see it quicker no matter what, right? So as far as how long do they need to shave, well, it's really, work, what they're comfortable with. Some guys come, once a month to get it done, just to kind of pamper themselves, because it's such a relaxing experience and your face feels so good afterwards. Half my guys take a nap in the chair. They fall asleep while we're doing it because I dim the lights. We have a lot of nice scents going on with the essential oils and so forth. Some good chill music. They're laid back in this really comfortable plush chair. And they wake up and they have a perfectly shaven face and very smooth skin. A lot of my guys will come once a month. Some of my guys come every 2 or 3 weeks. And I actually have multiple clients that come once to twice a week just to get their face shaved because they love it so much. And it's the only 45 minutes they get in the week in their busy schedule to just shut everything off and relax. So it really kind of depends. But they'll definitely get more out of it from a straight razor shave than from what they do at home.
I love the idea of straight razor shaves too, because it always makes me think so mafia and like mobster, because they're always in that barber shop when they're doing deals and about to with the straight razor shave. So it's so classy.
Yeah,
I was thinking Sweeney Todd, but
well, there you go.
We both have a little different thought pattern there.
Yeah. No, I go on the mafia route too. Sometimes my clients are like, Ryan, why do you keep calling me Tommy Two Toes? And I'm like, sorry, it's a straight razor. It's a straight razor.
Why do you have spaghetti cooking over in the corner here? Why every time? It smells delicious in here. So what inspired you to want to get into male barbershop spying, for lack of better words of saying that?
No, that's a perfectly fine way to say it. It was a lot of variables. It was time. It was just, things opening up, different spots. I lived in the country. I got various opportunities to work in really high-end barber spas out in California, even in Wisconsin, where I'm from. And I really liked the idea. Like, I never liked the idea of being a cookie cutter anything, whatever it is I pursue. I like to find a niche. I like to find, what that industry is missing, type of thing. And so that notion became exciting to me. I mean, there's salons everywhere, and there's even a lot of high-end salons around that offer everything you can think of, nice atmosphere. They offer you the wine, when you come in and get your hair done. I really saw a hole, really throughout the country. Now, there are barber spas out there, upscale ones, and even a couple of chains. But even with that, the market demand is outpacing, the market and what the market's providing. So, in the last few years, last 5 years, the men's market, men's grooming products and shaves, and a classic style of barber shop that started to disappear over the years, men really started demanding it. And literally there was billions of dollars of increase in what men were spending on their grooming. And so now we're in a place where guys, they want that old school classic barbershop feel, coupled with, modern capabilities, meaning, different types of bald fades that maybe they didn't do back in the day, coupled with the nice atmosphere, and just some raw talent, someone that does a really, really good job. So a lot of that to some extent has kind of disappeared. A lot of barber shops are very similar, one from the next. And there's definitely a market for that. Some guys, they want a quick 10, 15 minute in and out of the chair. They're too busy. They don't want to spend more than 10 or 15 bucks on a cut. And that's perfectly fine. I've been to shops like that myself to get my hair done, when I'm in a time crunch. And, but there was nothing on the other side of the spectrum. There was nothing. I wanted to go to a place like that. And so I started, constantly searching for and going and trying different places. And, even when I found a place that, checked a couple of the boxes, meaning they had a really nice atmosphere, really nice ambiance. They even served a beer with their haircuts. They really didn't offer that much in way of services. So if I wanted a manicure or, I wanted waxing or a facial, they didn't do it. Or maybe they offered those things and had the atmosphere, but from barber to barber, the experience was inconsistent. You come in and get this guy and he'd shave this way, or you'd skip this step, and then you'd get this guy and he'd take longer and do it differently. And I didn't like that. And what I found from speaking with a lot of my clients, they had the same type of sentiment. They like consistency. They like to have options. They want to pamper themselves. The guys that come here, they don't like to rush out of the chair. They like that I'm precise, that I take my time, that they can relax. So, my shop checks more of those boxes that I feel like a bigger and bigger part of the market is looking to get checked. And when I looked in the area, there's literally hundreds of barber shops in the entire Bay Area, but there's really none that offer the experience that I offer to the degree that I offered it. There's a lot of value jam-packed into the services that I offer. So when you book a haircut, you're not just getting a haircut, right? You're getting things like a back of the neck hot lather shave with rich lather cream. You're getting a soothing scalp treatment with a hot stone scalp massage. You're getting a hot steam towel with essential oil. You're getting a blow dry style, a custom style. I don't just slap product in your hair and say, have a good day. I spray you down with some very nice cologne. You get the full experience start to finish. So seeing the absence of these things out there kind of started to inspire me. I saw a niche kind of opportunity. I discovered over the years that I really, not only was I really good at doing men's hair, but I really liked it. And I've always liked dressing this way. Like my mom has pictures of me from kindergarten, and I would literally wear, 3-piece suits when I was 5 years old. And so I've kind of always been this way. And so all those things just kind of came together and said, Ryan, it's time to open up an upscale barbershop guys are looking for. And Dunedin is the perfect place to do it. I absolutely love Dunedin. I love everything about it. And so not only do I want to live here, but I was like, this is where I'm going to put my business. And I have people, the funny thing is a lot of my clients are not even from Dunedin. I have guys coming in from West Chase, from Tampa, from up north, past Palm Harbor, from St. Pete, from Brandon even. I have guys that drive out here. Wow. So this is a desired, wanted thing, and I'm excited to bring it to the area. And in fact, it's been so successful, even post-COVID, that I was left with no option but to expand and make it even bigger and better.
Well, we're glad that you're in the community making the gentlemen around here more dapper looking.
Yes, we definitely appreciate that as ladies in the area.
So because this is the Chamber Chatter edition of Meet Us on Main Street, we always like to ask this question. Why did you join the Dunedin Chamber?
For a number of different reasons. I wanted to get to know businesses in the area. I wanted to get to know the town better. I wanted to get to know the people in the town better. I wanted to have a pulse on the community, and I wanted the community to become aware of me. And I also want to help other businesses. I think that's huge. I think businesses need to support one another. And I thought that was a perfect way, to both get myself out there, learn the community, and hopefully try to get involved with other businesses as well. I love referring. I don't just like referrals to me. I love giving referrals out. A lot of my customers know they come in here. I have some cards I put off to the side. And anytime someone brings up, hey, I'm doing this house remodeling, or I need someone for this. In fact, a lot of people come to me, they'll call me and say, hey, do you know anyone that offers this service? And one of the cool things about this line of work is I get to meet the full spectrum of people. Like I know people in every walk of life, every industry. And so when I have a challenge or an issue or need to hire someone, I just call someone in my Rolodex and it's taken care of. I trust them, I know them, they help me out. And so I'm happy and excited to kind of pass out their information and get them a referral. There's a few things that actually tickle me more than when another business calls me and says, hey, Ryan, I just got someone sent by you. I really appreciate it. That makes me very happy.
All right. Well, this one's the fun one that I like to ask. Where would you time travel to if you had the chance?
Oh, that's a difficult question because it depends on which hat I'm wearing. If I'm wearing a shenanigans hat, that's one thing, right? I might go to a Bee Gees concert, for example. So I can just ask the lead singer of the Bee Gees why. I might either go to my living past so I could, dodge some bullets and be like, dude, don't do that. Don't go there. But then again, I've learned, what seems like a curse at the time is actually a blessing in disguise and leads to better things. So I might not want to mess with my past. So maybe I'll go to the future and just get a lay of the land, see where things are going, and then come back and, be like, wow, everyone's wearing dresses now. So, all right, maybe I'll just start that trend,
There you go.
I'm just
I like it.
kidding. No, it's hard to answer. I don't know. I would, if I had to pick one, I'd probably travel into the future and see what's going on.
So speaking of the future, do you have any future plans for your business that you'd like to talk about with us today?
Yes. Well, apparently I'll be converting it into a salon. No, just kidding. I will be doing that.
For women.
It's most definitely a barber spa. Yeah, so a number of plans. The new barber spa, and actually this is premiering here. I haven't announced this elsewhere as of yet. But so our Grant hair will become barley and mane. As soon as I open, which we're shooting for roughly late December, early January, kind of depends on when the contractors wrap things up. We won't be doing the grand opening right away. We'll probably be doing it towards the summer, maybe even next fall, when things kind of improve out there. So I'm moving right next door. So my location, I'm kind of in a temporary location right now while I'm doing the build out for barley and mane. Construction has already started on that bad boy. We got the floors torn out. The plumbing, we're working on different things, so very excited about that. And then I'm also in the process of hiring talented and skilled barbers. So I already have one awesome gentleman, Jamie Medina, I believe is his last name. Very skilled guy, very energetic guy. He really knows his stuff. He fits the look, he fits the skills. He knows, what my passion is and kind of what I expect out of my barbers. So I'm excited to bring him on board. Sooner than later, we'll be hiring some front desk staff to handle the calls and booking and make everything more smooth and streamlined. But I will also be looking for a few additional barbers as the months go on. My goal is within 12 to 16 months to have a total of 4 barbers besides myself. And then there's plans down the road to actually open up more locations. So, Tampa, watch out, St. Pete, watch out. I'll be coming fairly soon. That's my, 4 to 5 year plan, but that's definitely in the works. And I'm going to try to arrange some kind of party, for the grand opening. Maybe get some local craft breweries out here, some food, some entertainment, things of that sort to really get this kicked off the right way. So that's all coming. A new location, an expanded location. It's going to be beautiful inside. I'm going to have very classic rustic barber chairs, genuine leather plush barber chairs. It's going to be kind of a polished concrete and hardwood floor, a brick wall along one side along the barber chairs. It's going to be a really classic, kind of a classic London old school barber shop is what we're going for. And it will be some exciting stuff. It will be a sight to behold.
I love that. That sounds awesome.
Yeah.
So where does the name Barley and Mane come from?
Well, so, it depends. Do you want the real answer or do you want the answer I'm working on? Because the real answer is kind of boring. Well, it's kind of like, the restaurant, if I'm not mistaken, there's an Italian restaurant, Maggiano's. Mm-hmm. They came up with this whole elaborate story as to why they named it Maggiano's. And it turns out they picked it out of a phone book, right? So not that exciting of a story. So mine's, it's around that realm, maybe not quite as boring, but it really came to, the name just clicked. I was for a long, in fact, I knew I planned on opening a place like this for years, right? And the one thing I couldn't nail down, I knew the general design concept, I knew the type of services I was going to offer. I knew even smaller details like the dress code and colors and things of that sort, but I could never think of the name. And to me, the name was so important. And then even as I started getting the ball rolling, hiring contractors, signing my lease next door, hiring the sign maker, I still didn't know the darn name. And one day I've discovered, sometimes when you just sit down with a group of trusted people and you just brainstorm, it comes to you. So I was actually sitting with one of my friends, clients, and actually my marketing guy, and we were just kind of bouncing names off of each other. And the name Barley and Mane came up. And before either one of us really understood why that name was so brilliant, I said, that's it. So it really came from a brainstorming session. And the story kind of came afterwards. I guess I was like, oh, okay, well, so for example, I'm going to be serving local craft beer in my shop, complimentary with services, and, beers typically made with barley, and then Maine, sort of like a lion's mane, and I'm off of Main Street. So I was like, all right, it works, barley and Maine. That wasn't really the thinking behind it, why we chose it. We kind of came up with that, I guess, afterwards. And then I was like, we really have to come up with a better story because that is not a fun story.
It's cool.
The reason
It's
is it was just a
classic.
cool name.
It sounds good. Yeah.
How can somebody find you now and find you in 2 months, or just contact you in general for an appointment?
The best bet right now is you can either go to my website, which is ourgranthair.co, not .co. And on there, you can find the link of the services and to book an appointment. My phone number and address are also listed on there, my current address. And you also have the option of calling me or texting me. You can call me or text me at 727-314-3438. We have already made and will be launching the barleyandmaine.com website. So sooner than later, sometime in the next month or so, we'll be launching, or maybe even within the next few weeks, we'll be launching the website barleyandmaine.com, and you'll be able to find the same booking link there. You can also Google search Our Grant Hair, or go to Yelp search and put in Our Grant Hair. It will pull up my site, my booking, my phone number, all that. So yeah, those are the best ways. My website, my phone number, text message, or call, or Google and Yelp it as well. And I do encourage people to go on there and read my reviews because they say a lot. They're real reviews, and they're people that rant and rave about the experience. And what I've said 1,000 times before, and it continues to remain the truth, is once you sit in my chair, you don't leave my chair. And once you'll see why.
That's
Just
awesome.
like Sweeney Todd.
Just like Todd. Yes.
It all comes full circle.
Well, Ryan, thank you so much for being on the
Yes,
show with
thank
us
you.
today. We're going to
Thank you
send
very much,
hordes
Maggie.
of gentlemen your way. I'll
Yes.
keep Tia back.
All
with her
boyfriends,
magic marker.
all. And that's what's fantastic too. On the last note is, ladies, you can get presents for the holidays for your man,
Mhm.
and then just be like, baby, I was thinking of you and that you should be pampered, when really
Yep.
you
Preach
want
it.
them to wax their nose.
But it's
So-
a gift for both of you.
Exactly.
Right.
2 for
Mhm.
1 right there,
Mhm.
guys.
Right.
So definitely
Right.
get in contact.
Thank you guys very much for having me. I really appreciate talking with you, and I will see everybody soon.
All right.
Awesome.
Thanks so
Thank
much,
you so
Ryan.
much.
Take care. Thank you so much to Ryan for being on the show today. We're so excited for the rebranding of your business, and we can't wait to see the updated Barley and Maine. And we've got some new members this month. Welcome to Bixter LLC, Community Mindfulness Project, the Firemen Moving Company, and Matthew Burt Webb.
Welcome, guys. The Chamber is an awesome place, and I hope you enjoy it as much as we do. And we also have some events going on this month. So our luncheon networking events that we have on Wednesdays. On the first and third Wednesday of each month, we have the Relationship Builders. That is held at the Dunedin Golf Club. They do a luncheon there. It is a industry-specific networking group, so there's only 1 seat per industry available. And if you would like more information on the Relationship Builders, you can contact Christina Garcia at kgarcia@tbnweekly.com. And then on the second and fourth Wednesday of each month, we have the ABC networking group. Same concept. It is an industry specific luncheon group, and you must attend at least 1 month to keep your seat in this luncheon group. And if you would like to get involved in the ABC networking group, you can just reach out to Tracy at keypalmsinsurance.com.
And then on December 11th, we've got another virtual ribbon cutting going on. This time it's going to be for Coastal Veterinary Clinic, and it's going to be broadcast on Facebook Live at 9:15 on the Chamber Facebook page. So tune into that on December 11th at 9:15 a.m. All right. And then on December 16th, which is a Wednesday night from 5 to 7, we have our monthly business after hours meeting. And that is going to be hosted by the Kiwanis Club of Dunedin. And the location is going to be outside the History Museum. And it's going to be catered by Marguerite's. So there's going to be some good food, some good company, and as always, fabulous door prizes.
And then to wrap up the month, we've got our BAYP after hours. I'll be having a ugly sweater holiday pub crawl. We will be going around to a couple of the breweries in the area. We're starting off at Woodwright Brewery, going on over to Dunn Brewery, and ending our night at Hobb Brewing Company. That will be starting at 5:30, lasting until 9 p.m. And that is on Thursday, December 17th. Wear your ugliest sweater, win some prizes. We've got our prize sponsors, our Done Classy events, along with Think Tank HR, and our drink sponsors are Dave Cosper State Farm, along with Coastal Vet Care.
Well, we hope to see you out at one of those events this month. And be sure to tune in next month to Chamber Chatter, which will be airing on January 4th, when we will be releasing our episode with Tracy Hampton of Key Palm Insurance. Until then, happy holidays.
Happy holidays, guys. Shop local.